Alright, good evening everyone. I'm going to try to make this one quick because it is 12:30 at night and I parked and I am trying to get it done. This is the replacement of a Airtronic D2 fan motor for the D2. Picked it up at Kenworth. And this is part number 2069 and inside we have our new fan and motor, and we're going to replace it with my original one that's running like fucking shit. Haven't been able to have blowing hot air for weeks in the cold ass weather. So let's get it. Alright, so I just turned on my heater and we're going to listen to the sounds it makes. Give it a sec. If it'll want to start. Alright, so it's not wanting to run. I got it working a little bit and it sounded like a freaking fork in the garbage disposal. But no such luck. Alright, so to take this apart, we need to take off our hose clamps here and here with a flathead, any kind of flathead. And we're going to take those off. I've already pre-loosened them, so they're coming off. Just push off, and now there's two clamps, two little plastic grabs on the top of the lid, and once you get it off, you're going to pull and open your heater. Now you've got your computer, got your combustion chamber, your overheat sensor, your glow plug, and your fan, which is the motor is underneath the computer here. And we're going to take it apart and replace it. And we have to take off the exhaust hookup on the bottom and the fuel line. And I've already loosened the bolts that secured the plate in. They were 7/16, so just use a socket, and I pulled them out. So we should be able to tilt up the heater and disconnect the lines. I've already disconnected the exhaust line as well. Ow. Side note, we are going to disconnect the power. This plug right here, mine, from when I bought this truck relatively recently, came pre-broken. The red plastic clips here, you pull that out, disconnect. Mine are broken in half, so that was always good. So I'm going to push this off to the side, and now our power is disconnected. I'm going to pull upwards, try to keep everything else from getting in the way. And so this is where our exhaust line goes, right here. We got our fuel line, then we got power cables that go and connect to the fuel pump that's secured underneath. All right, I'm gonna take this fuel line off and I'll be back. All right, so I've disconnected my fuel line, which is right here. It's just a little squeezy clamp, and slid it off of the fuel line hookup on the bottom here. So now all I have is my connector plate and my very rusted, very fucked up bolts here, and then my intake tube. So we're gonna undo these. This is a 10 millimeter bit socket, and we're gonna take these off. And we will pause so you don't have to watch it. All right, so we've taken our 10 millimeter bolts off. And so now This is our fuel line. We can take our intake pipe off. Oh, I'm going too high. Intake pipe off. And this will just slide off. This is my base plate for my heater, and it's all rusted and old because I just got this thing. So now we're gonna pull the entire heater out. Boom. We've disconnected our power line, and let me reposition. All right, so we have removed our heater, and to take it out of its case, we're simply going to first take the gasket off from the bottom of it. We're going to lift up and out this plastic clip. Boom. And now we're going to lift up and out if I can get it. I have taken this bitch apart before. I can't seem to have good luck with it on camera. Oh, might want to remove the back plate piece. Grr. Hang on. All right, take two. We have removed the back hose setup, and we're going to remove our housing. So now we have our bare motor assembly and combustion chamber. So this is my problem. It is all jacked up. So to get everything off, got a T20 bit, star bit for our ECU. We're going to take that off. There's a little retention pin. We're going to pull up, and we have, that's our motor assembly plug, and then our overheat sensor, and our power. These are all slotted, so you don't really have to worry about where they went, where they go. They only fit in their assigned slot. All right, so now we have it taken apart a little bit, and we are going to remove our fan assembly now. And it is also with our T20. I do apologize if I am not super smooth. I am tired. It's been a long day. And that is that. So now, we're going to remove our fan assembly. And it is now removed. We have our gasket, which is really important. This one's a metal gasket. As you can see, this blue one inside here in the combustion chamber, I just cleaned this last weekend. We have our glow pin here and our fuel line. And this turquoise-ish, I can't fucking say that. The bluish looking gasket, if you take these bits out, these screws out, will be in pieces. So if you're going to service your D2, you need to make sure you have your black gasket, your metal gasket, and the bluish one. So, all right, for now, we are done with the combustion chamber. We are done with the fan assembly. And now, we're going to put our new one. All right, now I bet you can guess what comes next. We're going to put our seal, gasket, whatever the fuck you want to call it, on our heater. We're going to put our new beautiful smooth running fan smoothly on. Line up our holes a bit. We're going to drop our T20 screws back in. I like to do them opposing, just so they're opposing. Even application. Boom. Boom. All right. Back in. And that's it for changing the fan. All right. So now we're going to put her back together. Got our fan back. We're going to put our ECU system back together. Gonna take our cords. Boom. Let's see. I forgot which fucking way they go. There we go. It's as easy as that. All right. Push, push. Come on, bitch. See? It's idiot proof. That goes on this side. I guess I'm apparently a little more tired than I thought I was. There we go. Boom. Now that's back in. So expertly applied. Boom. We're going to hook this back up on this side. That's back in. Okay. All right. We're gonna slide these cables down through the bottom. And now we're going to gently put that back in. I'm going to put my T20. Let's not do it cross-threaded. There we go. Alright, our EC is back in. Now let's put it back together. Hang on. Alright, we're going to place it back in the plastic housing for the heater. We have our power cord. Boom. Goes back on. We're going to put our end cap back on. That was so difficult to get off. We're going to reapply our rubber gasket. Alright, let's put it back in. Alright, we have put our 10mm bolts back in, reconnected our fuel line, and we're gonna set it back in. I'm not putting the exhaust pipe on right this second because I still have to replace that and reconnect. Now we're seated back in. Got our cables all right. And we are going to, I guess I'll leave her undone. That way we can fire it up. See, my broken pieces. These normally would be nice and even. So I gotta line them up. line back up, click back in. And we're gonna set this down, turn this bitch on. Heat has been turned on. And there she goes. Got an operating fan now. Should, by God, have some fucking heat tonight. That would be nice. It's warming up. Alright, we've reconnected our hoses. The heater is pumping because I disconnected the fuel line, so it's priming itself back up and running. But I put my my 4 lag bolts back in, reconnected my hoses, put my lid on, closed her up. We got air pumping. Peace.